friend, Coach Dungy, the head coach that brought the Super Bowl victory home to Indy. This Saturday, February, you can clap. This Saturday, February 4th, marks the 5th anniversary of Tony's milestone for that victory in leading the Colts to that Super Bowl win as the first African-American head coach. And with that victory, he joined Mike Ditka and Tom Flores as the only men to win a Super Bowl as both players and coach. And Tony also established another NFL first by leading his team to the playoffs for 10 consecutive years, which is real hard to do. As an NFL champion, we know that Tony's fingerprints have been on footballs from coast to coast. However, as a leader, his footprints have made paths throughout communities all across America, where he continues to make a difference, and he uses his influence in a wide variety of charitable organizations. He's also a member of the New York Times bestseller list, having 3 or 4 books now. 4 books now, with another one coming really soon. But he's a great spokesperson for Family First, All Pro Dad, Abe Brown Ministries, and since retiring from football in 2008, you also see him on Sunday night at Football Night in America. He's all over the place, bottom line. I can tell you that Tony is one of those guys that sincerely walks the talk. He's a devoted family man, keeping his family first, and I can't tell you the number of occasions we wanted to do certain events with him, and he said, can't do it. I have a commitment with my family. So he's a great husband of Lauren, great father to their children, and I'm telling you, his contributions in life far outweigh what he's done on the football field. Now, as a company committed to community outreach and diversity, FedEx is extremely proud of our relationship with Tony. Since 2008, we've worked with Tony and his organization to sponsor All Pro Dad events here in Indy, Pittsburgh, and Baltimore. We've also sponsored leadership and diversity programs in Memphis and had seminars with an educational book devoted to children. Those programs align with our People First goals and have been highly successful. And in fact, next week, Tony has graciously agreed to come to the National Civil Rights Museum in Memphis and host an event there, all a part of Tony's giving back. Now, a few years ago, Tony was asked about describing his leadership vision, and he said this: "Now more than ever, there's a desperate cry for leaders of integrity, truth, and substance. More than ever, we as leaders need to rise to our calling and change the course of history. I hope to be the one who has leveraged my influence for good in this world." I believe he has. Please join me in welcoming a dynamic leader, father, husband, and a pretty good football coach.
I haven't been with these guys 32 years. I've been with them a couple of years, and it's been a lot of fun. It's been great. As Mike mentioned, All Pro Dad has had the pleasure of teaming up with you guys, with FedEx, and doing some wonderful things, not only in Tampa and in the Memphis area, but all across the country. We appreciate your support very much. So when Mike asked me if I would come here today, it was a no-brainer. I even had to put my boss from NBC on hold. He wanted me to do something at 2:30. I said, if you can push it back to 3 o'clock, I'm in, but I got to be with Mike Ducker. So it is great to be here. Appreciate you wearing the purple. All the Ravens fans who just missed the to be here. They're excited that you're wearing purple in their honor. We are, it is so neat. I just got to speak with a bunch of the junior achievement people, kids, and it was wonderful with them. I know FedEx sponsors the Aaron Brown Award every week. A quarterback and a running back get honored, and it really goes to this year-ending award, the FedEx Aaron Brown, and this year going to junior achievement. And if you could have seen some of the kids we had in there and the faces of these leaders of the future, to be able to honor them and inspire them is very, very much what we're all about. We appreciate you for sponsoring this award. I really wanted to talk a little bit about leadership, and I think it's kind of appropriate. Mike mentioned 5-year anniversary of our win in Super Bowl 41, and it's hard to imagine that it's been that long. But I can remember going back to 2002 when Jim Irsay called me and said he wanted me to be the coach of the Colts, and we began to talk about the vision for the organization. And I can tell you where that vision came from. It really came from some men who had a great impact in my life. For me, it started with my dad. When I was a young boy growing up in Jackson, Michigan, a little industrial town, automotive town, and my dad, I can remember him telling me over and over and over, don't follow the crowd. Don't follow the crowd. Have your own vision, your own passion, your own dreams. And if the crowd's going that way, that's great. Okay, that's where you want to go. But if the crowd's not going where you want to go, don't go with it. And that was hard for young people. That's what we talked about with the junior achievement kids. That's hard. You want to fit in. You want to be liked. You want to be part of the in-group. But if you want to be successful and stand up and go places, you have to be willing to step out from the crowd. And I remember my dad saying, hey, if your buddies are going somewhere where you don't want to go the other way. And if you're going in the right direction, pretty soon the crowd will be following you. And that was the best advice I could have gotten from my dad. And that was hard to follow, but it's something that I did from the time I was a young person. Then I was fortunate enough to go to Jackson Parkside High School, and I played football for a man named Dave Driscoll. And he saw some leadership skills in me and put me at quarterback when I was 14 years old. And he said something to me, again, that I never forgot. I repeated to my teams over and over when I became an NFL coach. He said, and it had it on the wall, one of the few signs he had in our locker room, and it went like this. Talent is God-given, be thankful. Praise is man-given, be humble. Conceit is self-given, be careful. And he told me, and again, that was hard to take in as a 14-year-old. What is that all about? But he said, you've got some talent. Be thankful for it. Use it in the right way. You have a great reputation. You have people that are excited to talk about you. Be happy about that, but be humble. Okay, realize you have teammates. Realize you have people behind the scenes that are helping you succeed. Realize you had great parents. A lot of things that you can't control. And the thing that knocks people off that pedestal sometimes and sets them on a downward spiral is thinking too much of yourself. So be careful. Great lesson for a high school kid, and something I never forgot. I was blessed to get a scholarship to the University of Minnesota, and I played for a coach by the name of Cal Stahl. And Coach Stahl, in his first meeting with us when I was a freshman, said something that again impacted me, and I related to my teams over the years. He said, success is uncommon, therefore not to be enjoyed by the common man. And again, it just made me stop and think as an 18-year-old, because I had been successful. I had gotten good grades in school. I'd gotten a college scholarship. I was doing what I wanted to do. And I thought that's the way life went. And here was Coach Stahl saying, no, that's not the way of the norm. The norm is not to be successful, not to achieve. And to do that, you have to be uncommon. And it made me stop and think. And then he went on, he said, there's two ways that you can be uncommon. Number one, you can have a talent that is so great, not many other people have that. And you can see that in the athletic world. Every now and then, there's just these awesome talents, a guy who's faster or bigger and stronger than everyone else. But Unfortunately, 99% of the world doesn't have that opportunity. And Coach Stahl went on